Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Oh my god, I read good books and I read very, very bad books. I love this question. This was just great. And I recommended them to my mom and she read them and she loved them. It's my opinion! Oh yes, puppy attack. Okay, so now that my man and my other man, my little dog, my golden retriever puppy, are outside / cooking dinner, which is so sweet. We are eating soup with bread because we're lazy. I can continue filming this. Ah!
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing.
Oh my god. If you can read the thumbnail, the title, you know, you know. I'm doing a book tag, not just any book tag. I'm doing the mid-year book tag, but I will also be compiling a couple of questions and adding them, obviously, that are more related to me as a new booktuber because I never made a book tag. So I think it's fun to also answer some of those questions. I made one myself. Yes. That's it. Like a mid-year book tag and all-time book tag, I guess. So I have read 14 books this year because of a stupid ass slump, but 14 books is also worthy talking about. And as I said, I will be combining it with a normal book tag, so we'll have a lot of fun today.
I'm so excited.
I am not trying to evade your gaze. I am just looking at my phone, okay? We do have some rules. Rule number 1 is I will not be repeating any book. It is hard for me because I do have some Oh my god. I do have some favorites. So one question, one book. Next question, other book. And I will be not using the same answers. That is to keep it fun for you guys, but also for me to keep talking about new books and other books. And the second rule is I cannot spoil the book for you guys because I do think a couple of books that I will be mentioning are worth reading because even if I say so myself, I do have exquisite taste. But even I make mistakes and you will see those also today. I am sorry for some noises. We do have the air conditioning on in the kitchen and my man is cooking a meal and my dog is a puppy. So live with it or don't. I do, and it's fun. I was attacked by mosquitoes last night and the night before and the night before that and the night before that. Get yourself a cup of tea or an ice cold Coke Zero and let's have some fun. Okay, for the first big question. What has been your favorite book of the year so far? Oh my god, oh potato, tomato. I love this question.
Oh my goodness, I love this question.
I used to be very bad at memes and then I got to know one person in particular that said I didn't know any meme and now I'm like dedicated to know every meme on planet Earth, okay? What was the question? Oh, okay. It is The Little Prince. I did mention it in my wrap up, so I will not be talking about it like abundantly. I cried. I finished it in one sitting. It makes me think of grief, good things in life. Oh my god, I need to open the shutters. Wait. My ADHD always saves me. Wait. I'm back! Let there be light! The shenanigans need to stop. Shutters, where were we? I cried. A lot. I love this book. Yeah, well, that's obvious, right? Oh my god. It has been my favorite book so far because it is a classic and I do understand the term classic better because of this book. It is timeless, it is ever moving, ever evolving, and it takes you to a dark place. It takes you to a place where you can think about life and relationships and grief and the meaning of it all, but in a fun way and a funny way. There's this part in the book, I think it is like the first page, where he talks about drawing a snake that is eating another animal. And well, I can show you. There's an elephant in the snake, but it looks like a hat, which is the joke because it is also about what other people and adults can't see and you or a child can. You can think about this book in every phase of your life and look at it a different way. So I think that is the whole idea of a classic, that it doesn't have a time limit. It doesn't have an age limit. It's just a big ass classic for children, adults, everywhere around the globe. And also they have very cute drawings and editions. So be sure to pick that up and support a local bookstore. Let's continue. The next question is, what has been your biggest reading disappointment? Oh my god. I would want to say it is this book, Hooked But the problem with this is I didn't finish it. I DNF'd the book at 70 or 75% even. I don't think that is a valid answer, because if you DNF a book, I don't know if you can say it is your biggest reading disappointment. I don't know. Did I finish the book? No. But I do want to mention it because I love a dark romance. I love romance. I love dark shit. This book in particular was just not it. I didn't feel the romance, the heat, the spice, or the humor, or the trope, or any other plot. Like, was there a plot? I don't know. It's a Peter Pan retelling. Concept sounded so cool to me, like Captain Hook in a romance, like a bad guy, morally gray. This was just gray. I just don't like it. So 70% done. I gave up because I'm trying to be better at DNFing a book. That being said, the true answer to my question has got to be One True Loves. I know a lot of people love this book. I did not. I did not because the concept is crazy, crazy good. Like choosing between a love from the past that is the love of your life and that you missed out on because of death or another tragedy, and the love you have now. Why did I hate it? I don't know. The concept is good. The writing was good. The movie was so bad. It had so much potential and I was looking forward to it so much. Knowing Taylor Jenkins Reid, everyone loves her, so it was a big disappointment. I gave it 2.5 because I just do not care about the book. I sometimes forget I read it. It could have been so much more. Also, do you guys ever think about that? If you have read this book or watched this movie, like what would you do? Like, would you stay with your partner? Like, take for example this movie. Would you like stay with your partner that you made children with, grew old with, or the true love of your life that died when you were like in your 20s and you married very young and never got to see grow up? Who would you choose? And also watch that movie. That is this concept but better and funny and with good actors. And let me know what you would do. Like, who would you choose to spend eternity with? Anywhere you want. Like, that's a crazy concept. But this is not the video, so I'm gonna continue with the next question. What has been your biggest reading surprise? Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I think my biggest reading surprise was this one. And I do have a big reason for why. This is Half His Age by... That is my dog and my man. I do have a... Sorry. Easily distracted girly. Half His Age by Jeanette McCurdy. This book... That's my soup. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Good soup. Soup. Okay, so I ate. No, I actually ate. The soup was amazing. That's not what this video is about. I just love food a lot. Oh yeah, we were talking about biggest reading surprise. I didn't expect to like this book at all, like whatsoever, because my sister knew someone who read the book and said there's a really weird scene in there with blood and in her face and stuff, and I was like, oh, maybe I am not... Oh my god. What?
Hi. Hi.
Done. Done. He's a bit of a land shark. I cannot film this video because my puppy wants attention. And that is very important. Hello.
Doei. Bye bye. Goodbye.
Yalla, assalamu.
Knowing that information, I was a bit skeptical going in, but I loved it. It became a 5-star read. I talk about it everywhere, any chance I get. So if you're down for a weird time with a character who has a lot of growth to do and is coming of age, you should read this one. Ooh, who's my favorite new author? I do have a favorite new author. Give me a second. It is Carly Fortune. I only read these books of Carly Fortune, but I did buy the rest and I will be reading them. Well, hello, this is future me with a bit of an update. For the book club with my partner I am reading this summer will be different and I already love it. I did not finish it yet, so you will have to see my next wrap up to know what I thought about it. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Let's continue. Bye. Both 5 stars. Loved this. I think it is contemporary romance / just romance. I loved it. The characters are...
Excuse me?
Depicted very good, and the stories are just like very summery. It's a lake story, so it is summer at a lake with a lot of love and family and flirting. In the second book, a lot of sexy scenes because Charlie is more of a player, and in this one more romantic scenes because that is more Sam. Choose your pick. Carly Fortune, I'm gonna buy anything and everything she writes. Give me your grocery list. I love it. Okay, so this is a little bit of a different question. What is my most anticipated read for the year? For this year specifically, we all know a new Hunger Games is coming out, which means I will be reading the whole series. And I did buy a beautiful box set, this one. I'm so excited for it. I am also excited about Piranesi because that is on my summer TBR and I think it is on my shelves for like a year now, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think I'm gonna fall in love with that book. I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna annotate the shit out of it. So keep watching, find out. And there are a lot of books I want to read, but nothing else that is like, oh my God, so anticipated. Yeah. Oh my God, I did order the off-campus book set, so I will be very excited for that. And there will be a Percy Jackson order coming in November, the special edition ones. Which book changed your mind? If you hear anything, that's my dog like on a piece of rope. Okay, which book changed your mind about a genre, trope, or author? This is the last question in the mid-year book tag. After that, we'll be using other questions, which is so fun. The answer is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I know everybody loved it, but I was a bit of a skeptic because I do not like video games in that way. I'm more of a book girly. I must admit, oh my God, it's so easy to read, even though I can't picture everything because I do not game or have any experience with that whatsoever, but it's described very clearly, so you know what to expect, you know, you have a whole vision. I can see it being a movie. That's what at least my man thinks. And he is into video games and he says the same thing, that it is very, very video game-esque with a bit of like Hunger Games, Running Man type of game show, I guess. And it is so funny. Oh my God. It is like actually hilarious. But the question was, what it made me change my mind about. For me, it wasn't the author because I do not know this man. For me, it is the type of genre or trope. I always thought I didn't like the aspect of game features, like notifications, leveling up, and all that type of stuff. I thought it was hilariously and greatly done in this book. So I will be reading the rest of the series, and I would recommend even like romance readers to just read this. Okay, so for now we're going to continue to the questions that I have for all time. Because I have been reading longer than the past half year, which means there are more fun questions to answer. There is a reason for me why I did not do the whole mid-year book tag thing, because I was in a slump. I had a bit of a weird first half year of 2026 and I was a bit down, but we are back now. So we're doing it this way. It's a good solution. So the first question is, which book would you erase from your memory just so you could experience it for the first time again? And oh my God, you guys, I love this question because there is a book that actually aligns with the idea of like memories. Very good, which is, let me grab it, Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I am still to read another book of this man, but that's besides the point. Dark Matter is about the multiverse and how life could change with one decision, which keeps me up at night. The writing style is just good. The story is good. The twists are good. The elements are picked amazingly. I love the people in it and the science, of course. So the whole science fiction idea of this book. And if I could one day push a button that says, forget Dark Matter, read it again, I would slam that button over and over, read this book again, rate it 5 stars again, and shove it in ya. No, just kidding. But everyone and their mom should read this. If you have not, even if you do not like science fiction, fantasy, or the idea of a multiverse, no, don't be like that. Stop. Oh my God, this is so funny. This is my view when I film, by the way. They are taking a forced nap. 2-man wrestling. Listen to me. I am not a multiverse kind of gal. I'm not a sci-fi kind of gal. But you need to rate this. Next! Thank you. Ooh. If your entire taste had to be judged by just one book, which book would you choose? I hate this question! Because I read every genre, and that means I do not have like one book that describes my reading style. But I I think I would choose this one. It is a horror book. It's The Last House on Needle Street, but I would choose this one because it is not what it's set out to be. In the beginning of the book, you think it's just a horror and what is the mystery and where are we going? But at the end, you're just so, your flabbers are just gasted. I promise. And that is what I like about reading, that you can think one thing and at the end of the book, you're completely somewhere else, or you changed your mind, or a book you were about to love, you're about to hate, or your opinions and views on the world changed. And I think that this book did that amazingly. So everyone who loves horror would pick this up because they love horror and ended up loving litfic or something like that. I would choose this one for a book that describes my book taste. And also, I do love a good plot twist. And if you can catch me off guard or outside, if you know, you know, then you get a 5 stars because a book doesn't do that easily to me, personally. Personal opinion. It's my opinion!
I said, I don't think that he's good for you. How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I hated this question also. I don't know why I'm doing this book tag if I'm just bashing my own questions that I selected by myself. But that's fine. The next question is, if you could only keep books by one author on your shelves forever, who would it be? First of all, that's my fucking nightmare. I love reading diversely. I'm a genre fluid kind of girl. It needs to be different every time. That being said, as a mood reader, I think there's only one author that I have only read and DNF'd one book by, which is The Shining. I hated it. And it is a classic. I know I do not care. But I do have a couple of books on my shelves of this man, Stephen King, that I think could be worth it and better for me, personally. Because I heard that everyone who loved The Shining doesn't like it or another book like Pet Sematary. It's also the other way around. So I do not like The Shining. Sorry, I do not like The Shining, so I will maybe like another book. I would also like to read the Dark Tower series. That was the end of my sentence. So period.
And that's on period.
And this man has a lot of genres. He also has Holly, which I think is a less horror type of book. And I do think this would solve my issue of being a genre mood reader. But it is my worst nightmare. If anyone has an author that also writes a lot of books and also a lot of good books and a lot of different genres, I'm so curious to see who that is and why I don't know who that is. That is my answer. Stephen King, and don't hate me for not liking The Shining. I truly tried. I just think it is a bit out of date, and I read crazier horror and maybe a better horror more of this time. And maybe at the time of the book, it was inventive and new and good. For me, it was just a bit long, and I loved the beginning, just didn't like the middle and the end, which is a big part of the book, okay? Which fictional world would you actually choose to live in? Okay, so I hated this question because I love my life and this world. Apart from like all the political stuff that is going on, I do think there is a lot of potential and I love the peace in my life. But if I have to choose, there are 2 choices. So I will just slowly put this book up, and this is a possibility. It is about a world where dreams are bought in a department store. But that being said, my actual choice is Under the Whispering Door, because the idea of like there being an in-between for you to figure out your emotions and your life choices before dying, I would love that. And also there was a dog and a tea house. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't need anything more than tea and a dog and a good book. This is the world I need. Charing's Crossing, I think it is. Charrington Road, Charing's Crossing. Go get me a tea house, girl. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 questions. I'm so sorry for talking so much. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. I do also have like a puppy class after this, so I need to hurry the fuck up. Second to last question. It is, which book had you hooked the fastest? So when I saw this question, I loved it. But it also made me think of a good joke. By me telling you it is a good joke, I'm ruining the joke. But the answer is not hooked. Get it? I don't think you get it. Or else you would be laughing right now, but that's fine. I think my answer is, I have 3 answers. Like, this is my video, I can do whatever I want. And this is also a mini recommendation for people. The first one is Verity. I do not have it on me, it is upstairs. It is a good, crazy book of Colleen Hoover. I do not support that woman specifically, but that book was fun. And I'm excited to see the movie. And I think that it hooks you, never lets you go, because it's so easy to read. And the story is intriguing, funny, crazy as hell. So another one was this one, but it is a non-fiction, so I will just be mentioning it quickly. It is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, and you can audiobook this. She recorded the audiobook herself. Please read But my true answers. Wow. The Summer I Turned Pretty. Now listen up. I know everyone loves The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is amazing, amazing for the author and the cast and everything of the show. But I read this when I was like 13. I'm gonna look this up because I do not remember, but oh my god, it was such a great read. I wasn't a reader back then. I developed the reading love more when I was a little bit older. But that being said, like the books grabbed me, choked me, made me cry, made me feel, made me want to buy a summer house, made me want a Conrad, obviously, like every girl on the planet ever. But at the time, I finished these 3 books and I recommended them to my mom and she read them and she loved them. So we are a Jenny Han fan in this house, going on 13 plus years right now. And I did buy the new special editions because I lost my old ones in the move at the time, which sucks. Because if I knew I would be making this channel, that would have been lovely. I would have loved to have kept those books. And the other honorable mention is Delerga Dream Department Store because it grabs you and you want to read because it's written so good. Okay, so that's it because I cannot mention any more books. That's not fair. For the last question, if you had 1 week to make someone fall in love with reading, which single book would you give them? Hate this question. Hate it.
Okay. Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
I already got my boyfriend to try reading and he loves it, so that's great. I think that my answer would be The Housemaid. There's my dog. Hello. Would you like to read The Housemaid? Shaky, shaky. Hello. I think that is The Housemaid because it is plot twisty, funny, quick, written good, and if you like the book, there is a movie. I read this in one night when I first started reading more. Well, hello, my friend. And that made me fall in love with thrillers. So if you aren't a reader, I think this could make you fall in love with thrillers, which makes you fall in love with horror or maybe a bit more sci-fi, thriller, fantasy. And just before you know it, you have 200 books on your shelves, and if you're gonna move, you don't know how you're gonna get them from the house to the new house. Okay, I'm so sorry to share my nightmares with you. Like, my books are so heavy. I have way too many. But that being said, read The Housemaid. I think everyone and their mom has, but it is just a good, easy starter book. With that also being the end of the video, because that was the last question. I made 12 questions to keep it a bit shorter because I do think it is okay to read a little bit less when you are feeling down. It is totally normal to not read 50 books in a year, and it is also totally normal to read just one. And every book you read is for yourself, so just enjoy it. I will be going to puppy class because my puppy needs to learn and he will meet another golden retriever, which is so fun. So they will be... Sorry, those were my shoes. He will like be off leash and the other dog will also be off leash. Bye. No, just kidding. Or are we kidding? He winked at me. That's crazy. I need to log off. I need to hurry. I'm always late. Yes, we need to hurry. I'm not gonna be late, okay? So thank you guys for watching and I did hope you enjoy this video. Like, comment and subscribe, please, if you haven't already. The hell are you doing? And I will see you in the next video. Hopefully soon, but I'm trying to post every Thursday afternoon, like 3-4 o'clock, okay? See you next week. Love ya and goodbye.